And what I really found really cool is that when I go on vacation, I often do shut down the water supply because I had a little accident someday and it was totally my fault. So what is cool is if you forget and you're already near the Autobahn, you don't need to drive home back, but you actually can take your smartphone out and swipe and the water is closed for the day.
But now we're also offering a water security system for customers so that they don't have big water damages in their houses.
And what I see is the major difference between fintech and insurtech is that the fintechs were able to take a lot of revenues away from the banks.
And tell us a secret. Your conference is very famous for being full of love for the detail, for the familiar atmosphere here. So what's your secret? How do you achieve this every year again, that people are come away so positively and even dance as we did yesterday?
Yeah.
At an insurance conference, by the way.
Yeah, this is of course more than insurance conference. This is a show. It means the learning approach could be creative. It means the insurance manager should get the chance that not only to sitting in a conference and hear a presentation, but to have experience and to enjoy the day.
So I listen to this. I'm scouting digital and tech trends around the world in order to bring it to you. And I've helped numerous companies to set up ecosystems of digital products and services and to increase their reach with attention hacking.
Hey guys, we are here at the Magic of Innovation and I found something that has nothing to do with insurance yet. That's Grohe, yes. And yeah, Stefanie, maybe you explain a little bit, why are you here, even if you have nothing to do with insurance, but actually you're coming from the sanitary, so from the everything that has to do with water and bathroom, and tell us a little bit more.
Okay, so that's true. At the moment, we do not have anything to do yet with the insurance industry, but we're about to change that. So traditionally, Grohe is producing sanitary fittings, faucets, etc. But now we're also offering a water security system for customers so that they don't have big water damages in their houses. So when they experience a water damage, then the damage will be much less because with our system, the damage will be reduced. So that's what we want to offer the insurance companies so that they have less costs at their customers' houses and the customers do not have the stress with water damages.
Thank you very much. So how do these things look like?
Okay, so we have two devices. The one is the Grohe Sense. That's this small device. And it's like the smoke detector for water. And what it actually does is that it controls water that might be on the floor. So as soon as it gets in touch with water, these two sensors react and you get a message on your smartphone that there's been water detected. But additionally, it also controls your temperature in the room as well as humidity. And if the humidity is too high, for example, that could lead to mold, then you will get a warning right up front so that you do not have a problem.
So I could also put it actually in the children's room to prevent mold.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool, wow.
And the second product that we have is the...
Oh, this looks heavy.
Grohe, it is the Grohe Sense Guard. So it's...
Okay.
It's a water security system that you install directly into your main water pipe, directly after the clock of the water company. And it measures your water consumption and can shut off automatically as soon as you have a damage in your piping system. So like a pipe burst or micro leakages, and then it could shut off automatically. So you do not have a big damage.
And what I really found really cool is that when I go on vacation, I often do shut down the water supply because I had a little accident someday and it was totally my fault. So what is cool is if you forget and you're already near the Autobahn, you don't need to drive home back, but you actually can take your smartphone out and swipe and the water is closed for the day. And I think also when there are certain, and as an algorithm, if the pressure on the pipe is too big and it's a sign for a leakage, it shuts off automatically.
Exactly.
And I think this is like, somebody who ever had actually an accident with water in his house, it's like horrible, especially if you own it, and also bad for the insurance because it's very, very expensive. So yeah, that's why I was really excited that you guys are here, and I think the insurance market is also very excited.
I hope so, and we're looking forward to any contacts from the insurance company who are interested in collaborating with us.
Thank you very much. Hey guys, this is Frank Genheimer from New Insurance Business, who held a pretty spectacular keynote here at the Magic of Innovation conference. For everybody who did not listen and tune in, Frank, tell us a little bit more. What were the main points and what did we all take away from it?
Perfect, thanks Robin. Well, I talk about the different waves of InsurTech movement. So the first wave, the insurance managers. The second wave was the spread from the interface to the customer to the whole value chain. And the third wave, currently very present, the full digital insurers emerging. And I see already the fourth wave coming to the insurance industry. It's all about ecosystems.
What do we mean with ecosystems?
Well, ecosystem is in general a cooperation platform between different companies of different industries, for example, and they come together related to a specific topic. I come to details later on, in order to serve the client regarding this specific topic in more detail and fully holistic.
Cool, that sounds very exciting. How do you like the conference as an event? You're here the second time keynote. So why should the other people consider coming to the beautiful city of Vienna?
Well, first of all, in Vienna, I mean, beautiful city. Not only the food and the area.
The chocolate.
Well, if you like chocolate, come to Switzerland.
He's from Switzerland. I'm sorry. That's okay. We cut this out.
No, we do not. Well, exactly. Vienna, great city, great location, but it's a very exciting community here coming together. It's like a family, the family of the InsurTech movement, and thanks to the size and the internationality, it is, from my perspective, one of the best events during the year.
Frank, thank you very much.
Thanks, Robin. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Here we have Pierre, who is a renowned venture capitalist and also investor. But you're very active in the fintech space too. What kind of differences do you see between the fintech and the insurtech space?
Yeah. So you're right. I've been doing investments in the fintech space since early 2000, basically. And so it has, obviously the fintech space is much older, much broader. And what I see is the major difference between fintech and insurtech is that the fintechs were able to take a lot of revenues away from the banks. Example, payment, PayPal, remittance space, World Remit, and other companies, because banks were never looking at transferring money from London to Pakistan or to India because it was too complicated for them. So fintechs came in, could do that on a light license, but took revenues basically away there. The whole in trading space, a lot of CFD exchanges, you see now in the lending space, you see in the robo-advisor space. So a lot of revenues are taken away by the banks, and banks are reduced more and more because people and consumers like more the agile offering of fintechs. So that's one point. So that's really more mature, more broader, and also the fintechs were able to deliver more results. When I look at the insurtech side, if I may, it's much more difficult. What is the reason for that? That's really, I asked myself, and we both discussed about it. It's just an issue about it's more regulated. So the insurance business is more regulated, and the insurers basically have one product. It's an insurance product. So it's not like payment, trading, lending, etc., etc. So it makes it much more difficult. And in a sum up, I believe that's why the insurtech space is a little bit lagging behind, and it's much more difficult also to really create revenues.
Thank you very much for sharing this. My second question is, you mentor a lot of startups, and I think one of your specialty is scaling high growth startups, successful startups, but also they face challenges from time to time. What kind of tips and recommendations do you have to the startup founders out there who actually are in the situation of scaling up? What kind of lessons learned can you share?
Robin, very good question. I think you always learn, so that's the thing. The funny thing I have to say is, like what we discussed yesterday, was the pitch. That's where it starts. It's not only for startups, but also for later stage companies. They cannot define the problem. They cannot define the problem. What is your real problem? I had an experience last week with someone. has been in his company for 5 years, and I asked him, okay, what kind of problem he's solving? And he talked with me 5 minutes, said, no, stop. Can you tell me the problem in 3 bullet points? 3 simple bullet points. And it was very difficult for him. And this is an exercise I do at first. So that's the most important thing. Try to define what are the burning points, the pain points of your customer. If you don't have it, and you don't know them, not be surprised that you can't sell, because obviously you don't touch and so right. So that's the one thing. The second recommendation I do is, you may think you know all, but I tell you there's a lot of...
Yeah. That's what my wife always says to me. Hey Katja.
There's a lot of mistakes you can do, you know, and what I would do if you are, especially as you said, Robin, like you scale up companies, so you're already getting revenues, you're developing, put a nice advisory board together. You know, think about your corporate governance. You may say, well, why should I deal with these people? You know, I tell you why. Very simple. They have gray hair, or may have gray hair, but they got much more experience, what you don't have. And if a company grows, the challenges grow for yourself. All of a sudden you have an organization, all of a sudden you don't know everyone in the company, all of a sudden people have become unhappy because things don't work, it's difficult, etc., etc., etc. And a lot of the startups are, in the scale-up phase, not experienced manager. So I recommend strongly you put a good advisory board who can help you on that one. So you can listen to who sees things, who goes into the company. Another recommendation is, when you grow very fast, and it's often about processes. And processes is the issue, get some experienced people in. Honestly, get some experienced people, get some 45 years old in. Yeah, you say, but we're a young company and we have only people like 25 to 30. No. Bring some people in with experience.
And how can you prevent getting corporate politics into your company that can, in some cases, destroy it too?
Yes, very good point, Robin. And that's what people don't foresee, because at the beginning, the first 2-3 years, there are 5 people, 6 people, 10 people, and it's all fun, and we have party, and we go out for drinking, it's all easy. All of a sudden, you grow from 10 to 100 as a different organization. You got business leader, you got segment leader, you got a CFO, you got a CTO, a head of sales, etc., etc. And all of a sudden they have employees, and it's different. And you start thinking in silos, and them against them. It's very difficult. So it's just something where you have to really focus on culture, open discussion, be honest to each other, and make sure that also you get people in who try to verify if the picture or the image you have of yourself that, oh, I'm the wonderful leader and our organization is the best in the world, maybe will get rattled when you get someone in who talks to their employees and they tell them, what a nightmare, this guy is a jerk, he doesn't talk to me, he is lying to me, he's not speaking to me, he doesn't even say hello to me. These things are changing, so make sure you really stick to that and make sure you get this constant feedback.
So not yay-sayers around you, but actually people who honestly tell their opinion to you, even though if you don't want to listen to it.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm very important, and that's why I also said advisors or board members, because these are the people who can help you. Go into an organization, they speak to people, and they get often a different picture than you as the boss. And what a lot of startups don't realize, or scale-ups, and all of us, at the beginning they're all friends. But then you become Mr. Müller, the CEO, or Joe, the CEO. And that's a different picture. That's different. You're a different person. Now they're scared of you. You may fire them, whatever. So people have a different attitude. And that's why it's very important that you keep the transparency and you get the constant feedback from people about you and your management team and your culture. Because clearly you continue to go, and I think it's very important that good people don't leave and you continue to maintain this great culture.
Pierre, thank you very much.
Robin, it has been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, this is Moritz Finkelnburg. If you are in the German insurance and insurtech scene, one of the men to know. You are actually here a spy, didn't you tell me, because you have your own conference in Frankfurt. So tell us a little bit about how you like it so far and what we can expect from your conference next spring.
Well, thanks Robin, first of all, for this nice lovely introduction. I think Erika Krizsan has really set up a fantastic event here. If you compare it to other larger, very professional, great events, this is quite familiar here. You have some 200 participants. You can talk to everybody. You have the big names here. You still have a very small location, so you can and you will meet everybody. And that's really inspiring and fun. And it's efficient, by the way.
And tell us a little bit more about the roadshow, the InsurTech roadshow you prepared last year for the first time, which was a huge success. And it was. And what are we going to expect next year? What are the guests and what have you in mind?
Thanks. Well, we are setting up the second Global InsurTech Roadshow in Frankfurt in March 19 and 20. And our approach is like this year to really get the youngest, freshest, most dynamic and creative InsurTechs around the world to Frankfurt in a very, very young stadium of their existence. So between seeding and pre-A, this is our approach, to have them first of all in Frankfurt to be seen to enter a stage before they go out into the world to the DIA, to the NOAA, to all the big events you know better than I do.
So what you're doing, actually calling out to very early stage InsurTech from around the world to come to Frankfurt to present there and to win awesome prizes and have a great Appleboy, I heard.
Yes, the Frankfurt Apple wine is legendary, of course, you know it. Exactly, we are inviting all the young startups. They don't have to pay anything, so no money to be on stage to present themselves. We are inviting them even for the hotel, and we really want to create a club, a family atmosphere, a club of friends and fans of the young dynamic InsurTech area. So if you guys want to come and are curious and have an interesting model and really are not too frightened to jump on a stage and to be interviewed by me or by Robin, then just come and see you in Frankfurt.
Thank you very much, Moritz.
Robin, thanks.
Hey guys, this is Erika Krizsan, not only the organizer but the heart and mind of the Magic of Innovation Conference series, I think we already can say, in the beautiful city of Vienna. The show just ended. What do you take away from the Magic of Innovation this year?
Yeah, thank you, Robin, that you are being part of our partner. The innovation is in the insurance industry a very important fact. That to be the possibility to learn, to connect each other, to learn from each other, because I think, as I mentioned in my presentation, it's very important, the exponential thinking, that we don't know the future, we can try or fail. We heard a lot of about the new technology as trend, and everybody should understand the possibilities, and this is my aim, this is my goal, that to organize from the virtual world to be in a real world, to connect each other, because we are a people, we have to be interested for the other mindset, we have to learn from each other.
And tell us a secret. Your conference is very famous for being full of love for the detail, for the familiar atmosphere here. So what's your secret? How do you achieve this every year again, that people are come away so positively and even dance as we did yesterday?
Yeah.
At an insurance conference, by the way.
Yeah, this is of course more than insurance conference. This is a show. It means the learning approach could be creative. It means the insurance manager should get the chance that not only to sitting in a conference and hear a presentation, but to have experience and to enjoy the days. And yes, I try every little detail to think about this, from a creative game till flash mob dance together for famous German songs. And yeah, this is 1 year work that I'm thinking, what is our current status and how can we take the insurance industry for the next level?
So this year is over, the conference this year. So what can we expect from the Magic of Innovation 2019?
Yeah, of course, from tomorrow I will think about the new philosophy.
You take a whole day off?
Yeah, I think a whole day. Yeah. And this is my lovely baby, because it's 4th time was organized, and every year is growing and growing. And of course, thank you for partnership, because I think I have an amazing partner that from around the world, and I think without a partner, and it's not possible to organize such an event. And I thinking in the ecosystem, of course, that not an insurance sector should think about it as event or initiator from a day. I have to think in partnership. We have an amazing partner sponsor that they want to show what is the new technology, what's going on in the insurance, how can help the technology to the insurance industry. And of course that we have a nice program with the mentoring. We are inviting insurance companies that give the possibilities to one-to-one talk or dating. It's the question. But who can
so after the dancing this year, we have the dating next year.
Yeah, could be. But this is a secretary. And of course, it is important for me that you go home and you have a good feeling that you learned a lot and you had a good connection, and your mindset, it could be, of course, increase the knowledge. And this is important for me personally as well, and for my participants, because in this event are people who are future-oriented, who want to get the chance, not only complain that it's not good or the digitalization as not a good opportunity. I see in this area that to a conference as Magic of Innovation coming people with an open mindset, and it's thank you for everybody who wants to come to beautiful Vienna.
All right, thank you very much. One last question. Digitalscouting was the first time official partner of Magic of Innovation. What kind of job did we do?
Yeah, Robin, you are a very great person. It means I think your idea that to have from the virtual world to come to real world, and I think we can say you are an influencer in this part, and I think it's very important that to connect the people, and I think you are doing an amazing job. Congratulations, and yeah, I hope next year we are a partner as well.
Thank you. Now I'm flushing. That rarely happens. Thank you very much, Erika, and we will be glad to be back next year.
Thank you so much.
Danke, Erika.
Hey guys, it would help us a lot if you could hit the subscribe button down there, and to make us also grow here on YouTube. Thank you very much.